Okay, so I don't know when this is being uploaded, but I should have the Narcissa Dufox side quest and the Anna side quest up by now. So, if you guys have it, well, I would suggest you watch it. You don't have to, but you know, it's whatever. Right now we're in Grand Dream City, and as you can see, Florence right here. Juan, it's good to see you. I know words cannot express how sorry I am for my sister, but again, sorry you had to deal with all of that. Fortunately for the residents of Grand Dream City, Laura has been arrested. Placer has been dismantled and torn down from the ground up. This is what I would normally say, but I actually have good news for you. People who joined Bladestar did so because they were held down by a system designed to do so. Rest of them would be in bad taste, don't you think? That's why I decided that I'd take over as the leader of Bladestar. Damn. Haha, surprise. I have no intention of integrating these people into a system that doesn't care about them. Instead, I'm going to strive for actual change. When elections are up, I'm running for mayor. That's great, Florin. Thanks, I'm determined to set things on the right path. Anyway, since I've taken hold of Bladestar, I want to ask if you'd like to join. With Bladestar on a new path, I feel like I'm going to need all the help I can get. Ooh, this is interesting. I'm not sure if I've uploaded this video yet either, but there's actually a scenario where if you talk to Flora in Darchlight Cave, then tell her about it, and then tell her how you saw her in a Bladestar uniform, you can actually join Bladestar. Or rather, she'd force you to, but the fact that you can just join Bladestar afterwards once you defeat Flora? Sure. Thanks, Juan. I know we'll work well together. I'll return to my office now. I'll contact you whenever I need your help. Thanks. Wow, so after all is said and done, you can still join Bladestar, even if you defeat Flora. Nice. Okay, now that all's said and done, now that I've gotten a lot of side quests out the way, we can talk to Melia. Alright, head out to Celicia Village. Okay, let's go. So, quick reminder, Alexandra wanted to talk to all of us, and we have to go there now. And apparently, this is the start of the newest version, so everything past this point was like completely introduced in the updates. I managed to get Aaron, Alice, and Alan ready. They're downstairs. Can you tell Lavender, Huey, and Raina where we're going? Sure did. Lavender and Huey are going back to school as they have exams. Raina said that she was going to stay here and house sit while everyone's gone. That's right. Your girl needs a little bit of a break, you know. Traveling with everyone, saving the world, getting obliterated by a demon, going back in time. Love that, but I need some me time. Besides, this gives Huey and Lavender time to catch up, if you know what I mean. Nuts. If you say so, just don't tear the place up. It'll be fine. I'm literally just going to be on the couch practicing for my future when I become a potato. Full-time or part-time? Is that even a question? Of course it's full-time, baby. Anyway, you guys have fun. I'll be off doing you-know-what. She'll be fine. She'll be more than fine. Shall we go? Yeah, let's. Ooh. Chapter 15. Vague Clarity. Anastasia, I've been called to Celicia by Alexandra. Alright. You don't want to know why? That's your business. It's not my place to ask such things. Yeah, but at this point I'd like to think we're kind of a team as well. So by being part of teams then, you allowed me to go and do what I please. Anyone is helping who is supposed to be our enemy. Like I said, that's your business, not mine. I can't control you, nor do I have the will to do so. I see. I guess I'm going now then. I'll keep you posted. Don't do anything reckless. Would I do anything let's put it this way. If you come back battered and beaten, I will scold you. Right, got it. Aww. Do you have a crush on him, or do you see him as your child? Aw, that's kind of cute. Kind of weird, since I think he's a teenager, if it's the beforehand, but whatever. Up! This motherfucker's back. Look, took long enough. Juan, you better watch your back. Juan, welcome back. Yo, Juan. Ryland? Don't you recognize him? It's Adam! By that look, it seems like you don't. Decided to go back to the natural look. I want to say I have some huge epiphany about being yourself, but really I just can't be bothered to keep dyeing my hair. Or maybe that Adamite persona of yours embarrasses you so you want to forget about him. Different form, same old breaks, and you haven't changed a bit. Even if my memory's being fragmented, I can still remember that much. There's no way you could forget me. I'll kick your head in until you remembered. I think I would die before it happened, but that is true peace. But enough of the banter, they're waiting for one. Let's let them go in through. Agreed. What's up, guys? The 4 children of Arceus, and reincarnations, and a robot. Let's do this. Looks like we're all here then. Welcome, friends. So why'd you call us all the way out here? What you want to talk about? I'm just going to get right into it. You won't find any more hesitation from me. Ren gave me a letter. A letter that was addressed to the descendants of Numeria, from Numeria. Juan, Huey, Reina, and Ren found this during their time in Hiyoshi. I read every single line, twice, so that I didn't misread anything stated. Going forward, I'll require your trust, so to do so, I'll be truthful about myself. My name is Alexandra Rahila. I'm a member of the Elite 8. I knew it! I knew you were someone important. Like, I at one point guessed that she was a champion. Nope, she's one of the Elite 8. The highest ranking member, actually, number 1. Wow, so you're second in line to the champion? You? You're part of the Elite 8? I only vaguely know what that means. I'll explain what that means later, don't worry. Yes, and as for the champion, and the one who created the league itself, was my mother, Celine. Celine Rhodia. I forgot her last name. Your mother was a champion? At this point, I thought the champion didn't exist. There's been no talk of him at all. I think I remember rhetorically asking you about the champion on the Grand Express. Really, it's a small world out there. I remember that as well. To elaborate on my mother, I'm going to have to explain why the League came to be. The League itself is superficial. This all began over 7 years ago, when our mother went to the top of Mount Ruin. Before Mount Ruin was taken over by Team Zen, it belonged to our people. On the top of this mountain, an annual ritual took place there. Upon completion, the mountain would present 2 stones, that being the Dark Stone and the Light Stone. We know that the Light Stone is in the presence of the Gumi village, so... Celine was the one in charge of performing this ritual every year, annually. But when she completed the ritual, she was attacked. The person who attacked her was Madam X. This was Madam X's first known appearance. The battle between them ended in a draw, but Madam X was able to get away with the Dark Stone. Wow. So Madam X is level champion. When Mother had appeared in Alamisa, she was near death. The image of her was burned into my memory. Her eyes were empty. She clutched the Light Stone towards her chest, and for a while she didn't let it go. When her stare grew to its emptiest, she collapsed. As a result of her wounds, she lost the use of her left arm and right leg. Using black shards, we were able to create a prosthetic for her, but naturally she wasn't as strong as she once was. She had to think of a plan, and quickly. Aevium was still in recovery after the calamity. The population was low, and as such, there weren't many powerful trainers around. So we know that Celine... Oh, hello. So we know that Celine gave, Gumelda, the princess of the Gumi Kingdom, the Light Stone. And that it's somewhere underneath their kingdom's castle. So that means that... whatever. Celine had heard that a region far off had implemented a league, which its challenge was an appealing feature. It brought trainers from far away, and it was even budded new towns within its land. She knew that the same thing took place here. She could protect the region from the threats that was Madam X. As a result, Celine decided she herself would recreate the same scenario in Aevium, and so she did. I think that area is in the Reborn region for Pokemon Reborn. I vaguely remember that area. Celine grew up in rough conditions. At this point, she was already well trained, and even had natural skill. Because of her strength, she made a name for herself. Celine, the Silent Sweeper. She take down teams of 6 with only 1 Pokemon within minutes. She gained a following, and with this, she connected herself with influential people within the region. Even if they weren't trainers themselves, she'd explain the situation and offer to train whoever needed it. Thus, the first half of the Elite 8 formed. Fuck me. Tesla, the dude in the corner, Karen. I don't think we've met whoever this top left is. But the dude in the bottom left, that's the dude that's involved in the Anna side quest. No clue that he was part of the Elite 8. Or maybe he mentioned it and I forgot. Once that was completed, she recruited 3 of the top students at Axis High to become her assistants and scouts. They gathered hundreds of applications and over the time of 3 weeks gathered 18 potential gym leaders. One of them being Keita, who died. Her plan was working. News spread of the league all over the world. Trainers from each corner began flocking. Towns within the region appeared too. Everything was going as planned. But Celine became paranoid. If Madam X attacked the Elite Four and won, and herself and won, the league itself would crumble. In order to prevent this, she built Pokemon League in secret with the original Elite Four. When it was finished, she recruited 4 more members and designed them as gatekeepers. Once all 4 gatekeepers are defeated, would the league show itself. Okay. So it's sort of like the pre-Elite Four. You defeat the pre-Elite Four, you get access to the actual Elite Four, and then the champion. Everything was fine. Everything was okay. We were all getting stronger, and I think if we had a little more time, Celine's plan would have been completely successful. It seems like Madam X figured out just like we did, and attacked Alamisa. Stories have been told about the reason why Team Zen attacked Alamisa. The true reason Alamisa was attacked was to kill the champion of the Aevium League. Is she dead? I'm so sorry for your loss. Death is so... the thing is, Celine isn't dead. Huh, but... it'd be better if you saw. Oh wait, we're finally gonna meet the champion! Okay. I thought Jan might have been the champion since he's the creator of this game, and I think Amethyst is the champion of Pokemon Reborn, but... damn. It's down this way. Oh boy. What the fuck? I never knew this place existed underneath Alamisa. It's my mother's garden. Davey and I used to play here with our friends when we were little. I don't mean to rush you, but where's Celine? She's down here, isn't she? Celine is... encased in ice, to be specific, in Preservation Crystal. Upon taking mortal damage, the crystal activates and envelops you. It preserves your body while slowly healing your wounds. My mother fought Madam X here and lost. She was carrying a preservation crystal from the spring. It's the spring that Angie protected. Just before Alamisa was attacked, she trained us and our friends. If she's out of commission, and you're being ranked 1, wouldn't that mean that you... so you're the reigning champion so far? Yes. At the current moment, I am the champion of the Aevium League, and that will continue to be the case until Celine finally wakes from her slumber. But it's already been years now. Alex, remember what we talked about? Right. I have to compose myself. There's no turning back. Because of the pressure of keeping up my role as champion, I ran away, but that's not the only reason why I left. You do know of Storm 9, correct? When the storm subsided, our people knew that one day it would return. My father especially told us to look out for signs of its return. And it returned in the form of... Nim. Damn. Damien, what's the situation? Something's forming at the top of the village. Have all the people been put in their homes? Yes, I just got the last pair securely in their home. Damien, do you think we have to fight? That shouldn't concern you. You should be ready for at any moment. Yes, you're right, sorry. Don't apologize, just act. So Nim is going to call Storm 9? Damn. Damien, what is this? Do you remember what Father told us? The wretched storm will return, and it will curse us with his presence with a sign. A storm like this? Celicia? No, the entirety of the Badlands? Things like this just don't happen, Alexandra. This is a sign. That's when she appeared. A blackened soul emerged from the core of the darkness, as if it was born from pure malice. Juan, watch out! What? It spoke. Huh? Where am I? Wait, so... Nim knows us? When Nim was born in, technically, this time... No, wait. I think our character is from, like, the past. So would that make Nim from the past, too? Nah. I'll just let the story play out. Huh? Where am I? Azuki? Anju? Where am I? Ah! Are you okay? What are you doing? Stay away from that thing! Wind. Okay, so she was in the past with Anju and Hazuki. Alex, stop being so careless. Don't just stand there. Whatever this thing is, it's dangerous. We're just gonna have to take it out. Right, I'm here. Wait, I have to fight this thing? Storm Wind. Latios and Latios. Shadow Sky, it's a shadow Pokemon as well. What's your team like? Okay, you got a shiny, that's impressive. Assault Vest, Dragonites. Would have been better if it had multi-scale. You have Mega Altaria. Okay, Aevium Lapras, I still haven't got it yet. Wonder Skin mix those status moves. Okay then, got our team down packed. What type is that thing? Ow! Storm 9 Bright Hailfall. So right now it's an Ice type. Sigilyph, Hydreigon. Ow. Ow. Sandtomb as well. Fuck. Desert Strafing the attack. Hydreigon. Also gotta remember that Damien's a dragon type specialist. You would die in one hit. Go to Lapras. Bruh. How did you miss twice? Okay, one of you had Reflect, I think. You have Light Screen, so... Damn, what's with the Charizard, bro? For Dragon-type Specialist, why are you using... Ah, whatever. Light Screen. Okay, then. Ice Beam now. We finally broke its shield. Only took a few more Pokemon. Okay, let's see. What's Mega Altaria's ability? I forget. No matter. I did it Mega Evolve. What's your ability? Pixelates. Normal moves become fairy. This is our last Pokemon. Rock Slide. Ow. Okay, Damien, you're on your own. Let's see what he does. Come on, Damien, we're rooting for you. Of course. It's an extremely tough fight, but we were able to fill it in the end. Wait, you guys still won? What's going on? Did we do it? Yeah, I'll give up. Ah! Damien! You saw it, didn't you? Whatever that thing was, it retreated back into this thing. If we kill whatever this is, we can end this once and for all. You're going to murder this girl? I won't stand for this slaughter. Then sit down and let me handle it. I won't allow this, Damien. You'll have to go through me first. Alex, don't do this. You can't beat me. Please stop fighting. She doesn't even know her own name. Doesn't matter, Damien. That's the end of that. No matter what you do, I won't let you have your way. What? Don't play dumb, Damien. You really wanted to seriously hurt her. Alex, that thing isn't human. It's going to destroy everything if we let it run amok. Please, tell me how you know that for sure. This decision isn't up to you. But it's up to you? Stop being so self-righteous. You clearly don't have what it takes to do what it must for survival. Fine then, that's how it is, so we'll let the people in the village decide. Whatever the conclusion is, we both must abide by it. Got it? Fine, I understand. The council came to their decision and voted to have Nim executed, but I couldn't let it happen. Something told me to keep her alive. In the deepest pit of my heart, I knew that was what Melia wanted me to do. In the middle of the night, after the council hearing, I took Nim and fled the village. Damien caught up to us quickly, and I could do nothing but put Nim on a train and buy time. So Nim must have gotten to East Garen City, and then she came across us, fighting Team Zen, in Route 2. I never would have guessed that Nim was the storm itself. It makes sense though, based off the interactions we had with her recently at Zone 0. Remember Juan, when Nim became unhinged, the weather started acting all weird. Lines up to what Alexandra said perfectly. I'm glad we had this revelation and all, but what does this have to do with us? Team Zen wants to bring back Storm 9, and they want to use the power of the archetype to do it. I have no doubt in my mind that Nim is in fact the Storm. As of right now, I truly believe that Nim is not a threat. However, Alice, Alan, Aaron, and Melia, you four bear the mark of the archetype. That mark that symbolizes Arceus' true power, the gift Arceus left behind for humanity. Have you ever wondered why? There is no other answer. The archetype is divided between you four. But how is that possible? I don't understand. Can any of you explain the origins of your birth? Where you came from? Who's your father? Who's your mother? When were you born? Well, you got us there. I always knew I was adopted though. It's always made that clear to me. Alan and I don't remember our parents. We just remember our father's voice. Even then, we were not even sure that was our father. I can't really say. Before everything, I always believed Professor Jenner was my true father. Since then, I've learned that we have no relation whatsoever. Thinking about who my true parents are has always been difficult. So I guess I just haven't put too much thought into it. If you were born from the archetype, then there are only two options. The archetype was used on the woman. She bore children, giving you a mother. Or you were directly wished for by someone, leaving you with no parents. From that deduction, you four could only truly have a mother, never a father. That aside, I don't think Team Zen is aware of Alice, Alan, and Aaron. But even capturing one of you will mean their victory. Fuck me! So they have 4 chances to end the world. It's basically what I'm understanding. What would happen if you killed the 4 of them? Would Team Zen still get their way? Because they got really pissed when Melia was dead. Quote unquote. So the easiest way to ensure that they don't have their victory is to get rid of us. Oh, what? That's what you're thinking, isn't it, Damien? I'm just basing this off your previous track record. But your quick go-to solution always seems to be violence. I want to know straight up, what's your intention? Why are we here? Cheeky girl. You're right. I think getting rid of the problem is the best course of action. But Alexandra talked me out of doing anything rash, as usual. I think we've come up with a more humane solution. And that is... we train you. Train us? Some of you are already seasoned trainers, however, there's a lot you still have yet to master. Damien and I are capable of being the ones to sharpen your skills. And if we refuse, we respect your decision. Please understand that as a result of Anastasia witnessing what she did, we're gonna have to keep you all under close watch. Well, that certainly is annoying, but I don't think there's a reason to turn it down, Aaron. Our opponents are getting stronger and stronger by the day. We can't afford to lag behind in strength. We'll just get run over. Besides, Alexandra's trustworthy. I think she'll lead us in the right direction. It's not that I doubt her intentions or her trustworthiness. It's just... she's worried you're bringing her newfound friends and family into something too dangerous. What? Stop spouting nonsense like that! You don't need to pop a blood vessel. I get where you're coming from. This isn't something we can run from anyway. I think we're better trained, so we'll stand more of a chance. I suppose that route's logical. You're right. It's irrational of me to turn this down. I mean, if the rest of you are. I literally have nothing else to do, so yeah. Like the others have said, I see no reason to object, so... getting stronger sounds fun anyway. Count me in. A yes for me. And me. Of course I'm in. It's a good chance to bond with each other. Our strength will increase way more if we're together. But what about you, Juan, my friend? Fuck me. Count me in. What are we talking about? I like how we got relationship points with basically everyone in the room. In that case, we can get past all this talking. Let's head back to my place. Or I suppose, our place now. Our place? I don't mean to be rude, but our home is sort of small for all of us. Or is it? Follow me. Getting trained by the champion herself. That is probably the smartest thing a Pokemon game has ever done. Well, Leon technically trained. Never mind. There's a secret passage behind this bookcase. Pulling the top left corner, all 3 books will open at once, will result in... voila. Okay, this is the room where we came back. Not gonna lie, I like the decor. I like the decor. What is this place? This is the League Administration Office. Uh-huh. I thought the League's office was at Garen's laboratory. This is the HQ. The one in Garen is a branch of the administration. Everything that happened in Garen goes through our database first. By the way, if you couldn't tell, this office is secret. I see, since the lab is more public, you think it might be more of a potential target. So if anything were to happen to the office there, you'd have this place to fall back on. Precisely, you're very sharp. I mean, their machine reminds me of the ones you'd see in those Hall of Fame rooms. You're right, it's the same device. It's like this one just logs info into our private database. Let's take a look and see what we got. Here we have Veronica Vasella from East Garen City. Oof, that's an old picture of me. Didn't expect that. I thought I missed my purple hair. I mean, I kind of do, but... you look great no matter what. If you want to go back, I won't stop you. Jeez. You're the one who made me change in the first place. Next I see we have, Rock-type leader Adam. Fairy-type leader Sienna. Fortunately, she accepted her position as quickly as she denied it. We weren't able to even get a picture of her. Oh man. Oh, that's right. We have Dark, Dragon, Fairy, and Seal gyms left. Dark-type leader, Deegan Royer. Oh, that's right. Do you happen to know him? It's kind of complicated. I'll explain later. Kato's brother. Kenneth was my dad, and he was his brother. That guy was your uncle? What a real piece of work that guy was. He's been missing for so long. We tried. Yeah, that's what he was known for. Causing trouble. Fortunately, he's gone, if you know what I mean. Oh, I see. Well, in that case, I won't ask any further questions. Watch where love lies if you want to learn more about him. I'll show you one more leader. Let's see. And we have Martin, the new normal leader. We just recruited him a few weeks back, so he doesn't have any profile pics to set up yet. Oh, poor Melia. Melia, you were supposed to have this role, yes? You went missing the day before we were going to brief you in on your duties. And if everything worked out, that would have been the first time the normal slot was filled in for an actual full-time leader. But since then, the League's composition has been in shambles. Oh, I might have information on that. I'll give you guys a full report on it soon. Understood. By the way, we still have you in our database, just in case you showed up again. So for now, I think I'll list you as a reserve. Me? Reserve? Do I still deserve such a title?
I don't see why not. Just accept it.
I see. I won't let you all down then. Wait a second. You said if Melia accepted the position, that'd be the first time the normal type slot was filled full time. But that can't be true. After all.
You mean marionettes?
Exactly, yeah. Juan fought the normal type leader only just shortly after we thought Melia died. But you just said that you didn't have anyone until recently. No reserve or anything. Marionette? We've never had someone like her on our roster, that's for sure. Hey Juan, isn't that the same badge that transformed? Oh yeah, I remember that too. It's the only reason we were able to progress in the pyramid at all. Huh. You mind if I see it? What a strange design. This isn't an official League badge, but... this thing has a chip we placed in our badges. But how? Chip! We have a factory in Neverwinter that produces our badges. Inside each badge is a microchip that verifies the authenticity of a badge. Not only does it have the very same chip, but it's also registered to the normal type leader. The entire place was shady and otherworldly anyway, so... we're going to have to ask you about the details later, but we can't possibly count this as valid, can we?
If we can't count it as valid, then that's fine. If Juan wants to win the actual normal type badge, we just have someone in the room that can fulfill that, don't we? Bruh, do I actually have to fight her?
Fuck me. I beat Melia so many times since we fought Marionette. Just give it to me. I don't want to fight her. Well, what do you say? Have one battle you for a legitimate badge? No way we can both perfectly assess your skills while having an official league battle. It's been quite some time since our last battle. Alright, let's do this. Didn't I fight Rylan like an hour ago? Excellent. We have a room just for occasions like this. Let's all head next door.
Fuck you.
Here, you can have this back. Juan, there's something I'd like to discuss with you at some point in the future. But for right now, I think it's best that we focus on our training. Forgive me, Juan, but what were you guys talking about? Gym leaders not being in their position and such? I see. This is an interesting thought. Thank you for explaining it to me, Juan.
Okay, Melia, don't waste too much of my time, please.
Well, participants are here now. Are we ready?
They are ready.
Go, 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 Juan! You got this!
You guys are going to do well. Just give it your all.
Melia, don't give up! I know you can do this! Begin!
Like how Ren was the only one who wasn't biased. Oh wow, she's going to use her entire team for this as well. Okay then. Nope, not today. I believe in this situation, Aquatail's our best bet. Well, justice, they say. Okay, well, Flamethrower. Do I outspeed this, sir? Okay, that's one of the bigger issues out the way. Who next? Go to Faye. Snorlax? Alright then. Ow. Fuck off, would you? Okay, revive Rapunzel. Love never hurt so badly? What? Is that what it said? Oh, you got so lucky. Zoomerl up next. I might just let it kill Spectre and go to Rapunzel again. Get burned. Bullet Seed. A Dragon. Hello again. Forever after. Snorlax. Okay, what would do the most damage on this field? Return, I guess. Oh, wow. Rock Blast. Do I survive a hit from this thing? No, I don't. Rapunzel. I could do revive one more. Go for you. And I know that a lot of these battles boil down to, oh, how fast can I, are you kidding me? I know that in the end, a lot of these battles boil down to, oh, how fast can I, revive my Pokemon? But ultimately, the AI reads your moves, like before you even make them. So it's like, reviving is the only fair way. It's like, if the AI is going to read all my moves, then I should have the right to, like, revive Standem, because they read my move and then decide afterward. So the AI always has an advantage. Still wasn't enough to beat you. That's fine, it was fun. I guess this means that you've earned a new badge, congratulations. I've had this badge, I shouldn't have to fight you to begin with. I lost to you again, Juan, you really are amazing. There's no doubt that you're strong, but there's something else. Something hidden deep within you, I can sense it. You going to give Juan their badge or what?
Oh, you're right, sorry.
Stay focused.
Here you go, thank you.
For defeating me in battle, I would like to present to you the Fate Badge. The Fate Badge? Yeah, when I first met Juan, it was the day that I was supposed to become the actual Northside gym leader. I told myself that I wanted Juan to be my first challenger. As you know, things didn't really go in that direction, however, Juan turned out to be my first challenger anyway. Would you call that fate? Sounds more like a coincidence, but the thought is nice. The Fate Badge it is then. I want to be like that too. To be like what? I overheard your conversations earlier. I want to choose my own path, have my own purpose. Now that I'm free and have the ability to do so, I've decided. I don't want to wallow around and feel sorry for myself. I want to be a gym leader like Melia. You want to be a gym leader? I'm not fighting you. Hey, don't leave me hanging. I want to be one too. This is all so sudden. But I really don't have a reason to deny you such a request. Right now we're down a Fairy and Dark type gym leader. Damon could probably train one of you in the arts of Dark type. As for the Fairy type, I think I can do something about that. Finally! This is my time! This is my time! Don't worry, Alan. I'll teach you everything you need to know about Dark types. I might be good with Dragon types, but Dark types are my forte. That's very nice of you, sir, but I think Alice wants a Dark type. What? Yes, I'd be very happy if you could teach me your ways, Damien. I used to Sableye at the Pyramid, and I felt a close connection with its power. Oh, okay, so Sableye and Alolan Ninetales are going to be their respective aces. Fortunately, that Sableye was a fabrication. Would you happen to know where to find one? Ah, but a real one. Fake ones have the tendency to disappear once I wake up. Oh yeah, sure. I know where Sableye are. And it's settled. We'll be the best gym leaders you've ever had, and we can hold that to me. So Alexandra, when does our training start? When's everyone ready? First you should all check out the barracks and the lounge. After all, it's just where you'll be staying for the next month or so. Goodness, for the next month? I should call Rain and tell her we'll be gone for a bit longer. A month. That clashes with the tournament, doesn't it? I wouldn't worry about that. Even if there are some penalties for absence, they wouldn't come after you out here. And if they did, I'd kill them. Nice! You will not kill them. Settle down there. Why do you always have to go ruining my fantasies? It's all just a joke anyway. Well then, I suppose that'll be all for today. You all have a long day tomorrow, so get your relaxation out the way now. Juan, whenever you're ready, please come speak to me. Dear fuck. My name's Aaron. I don't have a last name. I don't have a family either, or at least that used to be the case. Today's November 1st. Per the recommendation of Alita and Melia, I've become the group's tactician. I wanted to receive the position. I won't take it lightly. As a way to review my work, I decided to record our progress. We're all strong in our own rights, but we lack true synergy and discipline. That's what Damien confided within me anyway. Regardless, I won't let everyone down. Okay, 3 days later, Alita's departure. After the events at Alita never did get the chance to bathe in the pyramids of water. An important part of Alita's growth lies within unlocking the final node for her true self. So on this day, I decided to send Alita off on her own as she originally intended. We estimated her journey taking a little bit over a week. Okay, let's see, next Wednesday, Juan's training. Today was the day that Damien and I would assess Juan's capabilities and further them. I don't know what Damien meant by this, but in hindsight it was obvious. I was expected to be in the training room first thing. Juan, so you made it on time. You excited to train? I'm pumped, I guess. Glad to hear it. Your enthusiasm will benefit your progress greatly. As well as mine, of course. I'm not going to stand here and pretend I don't need work as well. We all need work. That's why we're here. Right, so we're all aware of our power, yada yada. I've heard this stuff before, but what if you brought up your power up a notch? Yes! 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 I have the Swampert, and I taught it Liquidation and high horsepower. I can finally use Mega Evolution. Please! Surprised? Alexandra had this all settled for you yesterday. It wasn't easy obtaining these rings, but they're here. I'm sure you're already familiar with Mega Evolution, so I'll save you the details. Oops, I'm not late, right? No, in fact, you're just in time. To keep things short, we're going to have you both try Mega Evolution. Venom, have you ever messed around with Mega Evolution? Nah, but I remember this Dream Leader from Kalos using it on live television for some tournaments. But other than that, I don't know anything. You'll learn right now. Both of you get prepared. Right. I'm good to go. Not so fast, you won't be using your teams for this. I constructed a practice set for both of you to use, understand? Oh, I knew that. Well, these are yours to borrow. And you'll use these. Thanks. Not only will I use this battle as a way to grasp your battle styles, but as a way to see if you're capable of handling megas. Either way, winning doesn't matter. It's all about your progress. Yeah, we get it. Juan, don't hold back! I'm going to win this one! Keep dreaming, bitch. Okay, let's start this off. A Lowland Doug Trio is ground... Okay then. I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to switch out. Wait, actually, let me see my team real quick. Okay. I have to go for... Okay, got it. I'm going to use Waterfall on Houndoom. Surf, Waterfall. Then Mega Evolve, and then Waterfall again. I should be the fastest Pokemon on the field. There we go! We finally got Mega Evolution. It took how many parts? Damn! I'm not used to these mons, but neither are you, so you did well. I mean, I've lost so many times to you that there's nothing really much to say. GG, I guess? You both still did well, especially with teams you're not familiar with. Agreed, it was a fine display. I'll be taking those, along with the Mega Ring. Don't worry, you'll get it back. Probably. Okay, I think that was enough to give me a feel of both your styles of combat. One was the style I can't really put a word on. Eccentric? It's effective, at least. Venom is strong, but I think she's lacking something. Yeah, I've kind of been off, really. Not really into it. This isn't some kind of cool hangout session, Venom. You think this is coming on a joke? I never said it was a joke! All it says what I've been feeling off. I need to blow up in my face over something like that. I'm out of here. Sorry, Juan. Thanks for the battle. We can chill out later or something. Can you chill? Control your temper. Yeah, my bad. Nice job today, Juan. We'll resume the session soon. Somewhere off the coast of Terajuma Island. Ooh, oh my god. Is everything ready to go? We're doing some pressure checks, but we'll be ready shortly. You're awfully quiet. A loss of words, perhaps. I order you to speak. What do you want from me? To say anything. Are you seasick or something? No, I'm just... Are you sure you want to do this? Oh, please, save me that dribble. You told me to speak, so I did. What are you even hoping to accomplish with this? I don't know if you're forgetful or just stupid. You were at the meeting where I presented this way back then. We should know exactly what this will accomplish. I didn't forget. All those people will be... Since when did you begin to have any semblance of empathy for others? Maddie, dear, weren't you the one who was willing to sacrifice an entire village? You've lost all right to call me Maddie. It's clear to me you've grown into nothing but an evil, selfish witch. Do as you please. Actually, I've changed my mind. I want you to stay quiet and just watch. Are we finally ready? Yes, ma'am. We're ready to submerge Unit 01. Then do it. This won't end with your survival, Cassandra. This will end with the complete destruction of everyone we know and love. I don't think you realize that. And if you do, then all hope is lost for you. Alita's return! Ooh. Ah, Juan! I was just looking for you. There's some sort of emergency. Alita got back from her trip to Elisa, but she won't talk to anyone. You've known Alita for the longest. Maybe she'll talk to you. Where is she? Oh, Alita. Juan. There it is! Finally! A word! Now that you said one, you should say more. Preferably ones that describe your trip. I... don't know where to start. Please, Alita, tell us what you've learned. You have learned something, yes? Vivian must have told you something. I have. Vivian told me everything she knew. Or at least I think. But I've been thinking on the way back. Maybe I should just keep this to myself. I'll be better off that way. Well, now that I really want to know. Yeah, you can't say something so cryptic and expect us not to ask for more. Guys, settle down. Give her space. Right. Sorry, Alita. Yeah, sorry. It's okay. I didn't mean for it to sound this exciting. It's not something you would want to know. It's important, so I might as well tell all of you. That's right, when I went with Vivian, we spoke about a few things, but the most important of them being the purpose of Amethyst's Grotto. Okay. We learned about this all the way where Werelove lies, but apparently Kada and Talia unlocked it earlier than it should have been. She said at the very center of the Earth, there's a mechanism called the core. She wouldn't go into detail about it, but she said this is where her power came from, as well as Anju's and Hazuki's. Connected to that panel, there's a conduit that leads directly to the core itself. It's referring to the panel Talia and Kada found in Amethyst's Grotto. Though Talia's memories, I can see that she was visibly struck and frightened with what this place's purpose was. Couldn't understand it before, but now that has changed. Amethyst's Grotto was created by the Griffins. It's unknown whether or not they created the core, however it's clear that they had access to whatever it is. Mary, along with her disciples, hid this place. Just to ensure that she prevented Evo from gaining access to its power. Even with all these restrictions, she knew that humanity may need a need for its power. So she devised a test only the pure of heart could pass. Yeah, like the 12 Reggies that I had to fight. Took me like 9 times and the battle was like 10 minutes long each. Over a decade ago, Kenneth and Talia were tricked into unlocking the seal, opening the door to one of the core's access panels. Now that the seal is broken, anyone has the ability to access its power. And that power is to delete everything and start over. A complete reset. Oh, so the power I have. Okay. There's 2 figures we met on the top of the pyramid. Kieran and the girl with red hair. It was all their doing. What? A complete another reset? Back to 0? But why? They must want to reset the world. But that's the weird thing. People said if the world is reset, everything's taken down. That means they would be erased too. Not only that, but once things are reset, events occur differently. So if something didn't play out the way they wanted, they could just hit the reset button and try again. So if that's what they wanted, why didn't they do so already? Unless there are some prerequisites that they're trying to set up. There are. The machine takes energy to charge itself up. A process that Juan and I have already started. You know what I'm talking about, right Juan? The statues? That's right. The statues are the key. The statues are what hold the souls you bring back. The resetting core requires 5 souls to be brought back and sealed. Once that's done, all you have to do is activate it, and everything will be reset. And currently, after everything we've done, 2 of the 5 slots have been filled. Only 3 more souls are required. Talia/Kada. Well, technically only Kada, since Talia's soul is right there, and Nora. But did Nora's soul get the... Never mind. So, yeah. Something's wrong here. I just don't understand the motivation. I can't understand it either. I'm missing a piece of this puzzle. And I suppose I have the final piece. What? Are you seriously hiding something from us again? I didn't hide it. I wanted Alita to tell you first. However, I've known about Amethyst's Grotto since I was a little girl. My mother told me all about it. Everything that's been said has been correct, except for one thing. It's true that when the resetting core is activated, the world's reborn, but the person who activated it, the one who stands in the center, is exempt from this erasure. Exempt? You're telling me that they're given the ability to roam the new world with memories of the previous one? That's correct, and I believe that the world's already been reset once before. Oh boy, this just got interesting. This is a lot of lore. Fuck me. No way. That can't be. If that's true, then the person who did that is still roaming our world. And the reason why Talia and Kenneth were tricked into opening the grotto was because they wished to reset it once more. Both of them seem to know about all this. Not only the ones who activated the core kept their memory. Not much can be explained if there was a third person to their group. The one who reset the world and re-recruited their henchmen. The mastermind behind everything that happened till now, Madam X. It has to be Madam X. We know those 2 are working for her. There's also another possibility. Someone else. Juan.
Hey guys! We technically do have the reset power available to us all the time. Plus, I can make backups of saves, so... If you are reading this, then I hope it has reached my descendants. Rejoice, my kin, as a new era has come upon us. In this letter I bring knowledge that you must know and remember. I will tell you this hidden tale that I have hidden from everyone in this world. Okay. We remember that there are 3 Arceuses. One is the main Arceus, the one that you can capture in, like, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. The other one died, but the third one we didn't get any information on it. Out of nowhere, a meteor struck that deity, splitting the being into 3. The meteor dragged one fragment far away. The second fragment was mortally wounded. It could not hold its form for long. It eventually disintegrated and fell apart. Or so that's what I have been told. Upon its destruction, a soul from the heavens. It had descended in front of me as if it was destined to. A voice called out to this wandering soul and said, "Melia, my child, please listen well. I don't have much time to speak. My name is Atleast, the 3rd being in the trifecta of this world's deity. Please bring the soul to the grotto's ground. Lay my soul to rest and heal. Please, I beg you." I did as I was told. I brought the soul to the grotto and sealed the soul of Arceus deep within. Voiced and spoke once more. I shall lay here for the rest of eternity, till one day when this world needs me again, I shall reawaken. Now I'll inhabit the being that set me free. Together we shall bring peace to this world again. Keep this a secret, even from your family, until the time is right. Hope for this world is not yet lost. Quite recently, a trainer has visited me. I believe they said their name was Juan. This person holds the soul of Atleast. So I'm guessing this is talking about the time where we visited that house, and then our memories we like passed out, and then Ren had to fight Christ, or Kieran. So at that moment that we passed out, we saw a little ghost figure. That was Atleast. I felt it. No, I saw it. I saw him, resting within Juan's soul. Atleast has been set free, and if that's the case, the world has already been reset. Please, bring Juan to the obelisk. If Atleast is to wake up from his sleep, it should present itself to you. To you and your family of the future, I bid you farewell one final time. I love you all, and good luck. Juan, I just want you to know that I trust and believe in you. But if Atleast is truly resting in your soul, then it can only be you. This is starting to bleed into the research Melia and I conducted at the Aevium. Melia said that Madam X called Juan the Interceptor, someone who can intercept destiny. This sounds right on brand for something like that. Does any of this ring a bell to you, Juan? You know, something really weird happened back at Elysia. We were panicking on the lower level when there wasn't any Wander, but then Juan started speaking in this weird voice. I knew for a fact it wasn't Juan, because Alita was caught off guard too. Right, Alita? I do remember that, but I don't believe Juan is being malicious about anything. I do believe in them. I do as well. Juan's done nothing but good for us. There's no way Juan reset time for an evil purpose. Juan's made a real trooper through all of this. Couldn't they just get up and leave us if they didn't feel like helping us? Well, I guess they're right. I mean, you could join Bladestar if you told Flora earlier. You could kill off everyone in the alternate timeline if you tried to escape with Melia instead of waiting out the timer. And, what else? There was one more thing. One more thing that's blanking my mind for some reason. Whatever. I will say that Juan has certainly been useful and a pleasure to be around in general. Nothing points to them being malicious, but... Juan's my friend, that's the bottom line. Even if they did reset time once, it had to be for a good reason. Nothing points to them being malicious, but... Juan, what do you have to say about this? This really was your doing. You must have your memory of doing this, yes? Thing is, I don't know. Juan can't remember. It couldn't be done. You don't remember anything like this happening at all? This just won't do. Alexander said that you would keep your memories. Then again, you could be lying, and I don't really believe that. There's only one way to test this out. Let us all go to the obelisk on the outskirts of town.
Juan, I believe this tower is what Nemeria referred to as an obelisk. In her letter, she mentioned that she sensed kindness within you. I sense this as well, and as a result, I don't believe you are our enemy. Well, yeah, I didn't kill Karen or Karina, so... I sense this as well, and as a result, I don't believe you are our enemy. What if you have one of the 3 souls of Arceus laying deep within you? Then suddenly, we've been given a great power and advantage. Truthfully, this is the main reason why I want to recruit and keep you under my wing. Yet you kept that fact hidden from us again. We didn't want to overload you all at once. Besides, Lita needed to learn of the grotto of her own. This obelisk must be a bridge between Juan and Adris. If that's true, then we must awaken Adris within Juan. He will gain an enormous amount of power. Juan, combined with the fort we have now, Team Zen won't stand a chance. Juan, please interact with the obelisk. It should react to your presence. Juan, please be careful. What is this going to do? Is strange interface interact with it? Did I just destroy the universe? Never mind. Grufa Incorporated. Welcome. Welcome to the obelisk, product of Grufa Incorporated. Please be patient as we prepare our first time setup. Loading. This is a fucking interface? Does this have to do to Anna as well? Your data's been uploaded and your soul's been tracked. Please proceed, Interceptor. What the technological fuck? This looks like the place Madam X brought us when that maid blew up, technically Q-Garen City. See, look, we're even fading as well. Welcome, Interceptor. What the fuck? Welcome to Zeit. I'm your guide. You may call me Numeria. I see. You've met me before. This must be some kind of mistake. Oh, please excuse me. Seems you've already come here with a host in mind. In that case, please follow me, Interceptor. Your host must be logged into the system through this panel. When this is done, I shall pass my admin credentials over to them. Please do so now. There's a slot for some sort of compartment to go into. The slot is perfect size for the mysterious black box. Mysterious? When did I get a black box? Was it the Puppet Master? No, it couldn't have been. Maybe. I did have an enigmatic key that I activated underneath Aquamarine Cave a long time ago, but... Downloading complete. It was an honor serving you. Okay, what'd I do? I'm just rushing blindly into this. What did I do? Oh! Hi, Mom! Where am I? Juan! Is that you? How's this possible? I thought it was... That's right, Madam X dealt the finishing blow at Black Steeple Castle. That I remember well. But just look at you. You're so different, and yet the same. You've grown so much. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be weak now. We've finally been reunited. I miss you too, Juan. I miss you so very dearly. But I must admit I did not expect us to meet again. Especially like... this. How were you able to retrieve my core? Feel like there's something about this place I should know. Ah. I see, so that's the reason. Things are becoming clearer. Juan, I'm sure you have many questions, but for now we must depart. Finally understand why I return. Numeria has given me the key to this place. Please, Juan, follow me. This place is called Zeit. It's a dimension that has been constructed around your cognition. Your mind dictates what this place looks like and how it functions. I mean, it's a pretty cool place, not gonna lie. I would like a techno place like this. It was created by the Ancients for the purpose of assisting the Interceptor. A term I'm sure you're quite bored of hearing about now. No, I quite like the nickname. Nevertheless, it's your destiny, it seems. But why you? Why can't you just live peacefully? Come this way, my dear. So sorry for stopping you again, but I have to be quite honest. When I think of you, this place isn't exactly what comes to mind. And if this place is space-shaped on your psyche, your cognition, then why is it taking this shape? Something's not quite right here. I wonder what would happen if I got, like, a bad ending. The obelisk, the structure you've entered through, acts as an apparatus for the core, which, it seems I can't access the core's data. View with Numeria's admin credentials, that info's locked. But anyway, remember when I said that this place was built to assist you? I have an example of that nearby. Please come this way.
Fuck me. This is expansive. Hi, Kata? Why do you keep getting involved in this story? Let my dude rest!
This man was called Kenneth. He's from 4 islands, Sebi Islands. Kenneth lost his left Tali and somehow joined Team Zen. During his past aside, he renamed himself Kita, with a combination of his and Tali's name. Are you confused on why he's here?
Yes? Let my dude rest! Fuck, why do you keep dragging this man through the mud? Damn! Jan, are you that cold?
That's okay, Juan. I'm here to be your guide. Like I said before, this place is structured around your cognition, the inner workings of your mind. As a result, the people you've met through your journey should appear all around Zeit. This only includes deep relationships you've built. I've known him for like a few days. I've known Melia, Venom, and Ren since like the beginning of the story. Random trainers or people you've talked to along the way, unless they've impacted you in a meaningful way, will not show up. Whose Kenneth here has left some sort of impression on you. A connection at some point was made. Because of this and the core's power, you can see this person has gone through to help you further your understanding of them. Let's try this out. Please trust the wire frame surrounding Kenneth.
Kenneth, I am so sorry this keeps happening to you. Oh! This is the conversation that made Naveed hate Kata. Ooh. Why did you bring me to this insufferably cold island? Sheridan is more south, I told you that. I just wanted to bring you here so we could talk. I, along with you, have been roped into something we could give everything to escape from. Kenneth, it's Kata. That's my Zen admin name. Alright, Kata. I just wanted to let you know that you have friends here, even if you don't want them. Being in Team Zen is a massive burden, and we're all fighting for something, but... And just what are you fighting for? My daughter, Francesca. She's been extremely sick and... You realize doing this won't save her. Huh? Team Zen isn't going to save her, no matter how loyal you are. But we continue to do so because we want that slight glimmer of hope to be true. We give anything for it, ruin lives and them, to cause despair. Even though I know for a fact that this is all for nothing, here I am. Because I want to protect those I love, but let's face it, Naveed. Everyone we know will suffer because of us. You'll never save your daughter. Forget about her. She's as good as dead. Your words cut deep. After all I did to try to help you, I'll make sure you feel the same pain I do. I swear to it. You never caused him that pain, you just tortured someone that's not even from his bloodline.
Oh dear, that wasn't a particularly good memory. Kenneth was a kind soul, but he must have been pushed to an edge to make such a remark.
He already split his soul in two at this point.
Regardless, this should have given you more insights. We should continue our way to the center. The more I exist in this world, the more of Numeria's data gets merged with mine. You've met her in the real world once, haven't you? That may sound ludicrous, but the Numeria present with the database of Zeit is actually older than the human one in the real world. That Numeria came second? Where did she come from anyway? And why does she hold so much info at her fingertips? So much to uncover. We're close, Juan. The center's just up ahead.
I'm saving, just in case there's a battle. Hello, Address.
Why do I suddenly know that? I mean, I know why, it's just... To just stare at something like this and immediately know without any prior context is just jarring. Anywho, this is the cerebral core. This is where your deepest and inner thoughts are structured. That there lies the problem. Address cannot wake in this state. Normally the obelisk itself would have the power to wake Address up, but... Seems the obelisk lost his power to do so by being dormant for centuries. Perhaps he's purposely in this state. Does he refuse to wake up for some reason? I'll have to do some digging through the files. I'll be back in a moment. Until then, I guess just take a look around. Sorry.
What do you wish to look into? Current host. Commencing host analysis. Analyzing. Current interceptor host is Juan. Juan is currently being co-hosted by Crescent. Ooh. Life levels. Life levels appear to be extremely low. Please continue your mission with caution. Loss of life levels will result in complete obliteration of the Interceptor and the Interceptor program. This includes the life level analysis. Okay. Life usage is used by 2 separate hosts. Which host will you look into? Host 1! Host 1 had lost life 1 time. Severed head's injury caused by a blast of powerful psychic energy. Wait, what? Severed head and injury caused by a blast of powerful psychic energy. Current life loss 25%. Host 2 has lost life 3 times. These include combustion, I'm guessing the time we fell into magma, obliteration by explosion, when the maid blew up Q-Garen City, incineration by beam. The alternate timeline where, Melanie used by Beltel's, decimation. Current life loss, 75%. So if I die one more time, it's game over for good. Okay. Who is this host 1? Lost life 1 time, severed head injury by a blast of powerful psychic energy. Current host is 1, yada yada. Crescent! I should have known she was involved in this somehow. Okay. Co-hosted. So when they talk about Crescent, they're talking about the time Crescent died, battling that red-haired girl. Juan, I never wanted to have this conversation with you. Thought you would think less of me if I did tell you. I'm sure it's painfully obvious that we are not related in any way. Yeah, it was kind of obvious. I mean, the majority of the player characters, they have different colored hair from you. I suppose we can get that from our father, but... Yes, well, there's more to this story. I am not a human being. I was created to look like another person. My true form was the mysterious black box you had earlier. Oh! The black box! That... Ren gave it to us when we talked to him in Alamisa and he gave it to Sylveon. I was like, when did we get the fucking black box? Back when I was attacked the black people. I knew that my life meant nothing if you weren't in it. When Mad Max killed my physical form, I held off as long as I could to remain looking human. Eventually my physical form returned to the black box. But where did I come from? Who created me? I came from the lab somewhere in this region. I was created by 2 people. Fortunately, I cannot recall who they were. However, I do recall that at some point my black box was stolen. And the person who stole that black box was Crescent. Because it configured my black box to look the way I do now and awakened me. I order you to awaken at once. From now on, your name's Nancy. Do you understand me? Understand? What may I call you? Crescent, that's all you need to know. Crescent, understood. Thank you for... I need you to do something for me. Can't believe it's come to this, but Juan just won't talk to me anymore. No matter what I say, they just give me a blank stare of confusion. It's eating away at me. I can't take it anymore. Does Juan hate me now, after everything I've done? I'm sorry, but who is Juan? Juan? Oh, Juan. I can't stand to be in the same room anymore. Has Juan forgotten about me? Has he just... Did I do that? Did I disturb him to the point of amnesia? I don't know the answer. I can't know. I don't want to know. If that's how Juan is going to be from now on, I'll support him. I'll protect him no matter what. That's what I've decided, even if I am unknown. I'll run from far too many battles. The running ends here. You! I want you to be Juan's caretaker. I can't be the one. You have to be loving. You have to be kind. Juan is yours now. And you have to give your life to protect them. That you'll do so without hesitation. Am I making myself perfectly clear? Yes, I understand. Good. We're going back to
We're going to dock at Oceania Pier, guaranteed in just 3 days. Starting tomorrow, you fulfill your role. You have until then to prepare yourself. Don't disappoint me. When we met, a bond between us formed immediately. As you know, the story goes on from then on. So prior to the events of the game and capturing of the SS Oceania, we had complete amnesia. Our memory only really starts when we talk to Amanda through the panel and we started our trainer card. And that's when we select our character. Oh wait, not even. Our life will technically start as soon as we get our trainer card. I think she shares the same life hold as you do. This life is where the Interceptor may cheat death for a limited amount of times. Between the time of you, there's only enough energy for about one more chance. Juan, you must be careful from here on out. If you perish again, there is no second chance. I'm sorry, Juan, but that's all I can do for you at the moment. The data flow into my component is slow, but it is going. Eventually I'll have all the info I need to assist you properly. Please take this data file. It's everything you need to wake Adris up. No, so I found this within the depths of this world. Here, take it. Interceptor's wish. The power of this gem is great. Wait. That's how great my vocabulary is. With it, you'll be able to aid your friends in their time of need. When the time comes, you'll know when to use this, but it is time for you to return to the real world. What happened to you? Oh, don't worry about me, dear. I've been waiting patiently in here for you to return. Even then, as long as you have that black box with you, I'll always be by your side. Goodbye, my dear. I love you. So our mom isn't even human. Want to return to the real world. Real world. Not world. World. So... hi. I don't think this is working. This is what Numair instructed me to do. It must work. Juan, try placing your hand on here right now. I've already done it. I'll explain everything. All that happened in the span of 3 minutes? What? If Juan entered the database, it would make sense, I think. The computer is able to process information instantaneously, and its appearance is any indication it's highly advanced. It also leads into many other questions, the main one being the secret behind Juan's past and Crescent's involvement. It can be assumed that Juan and Crescent were affiliated at some point before they lost their memory. Juan, you said your mother gave you something for us, right? Give it to here. I may be able to do something with it. For now, let's head back inside. We can call the rest of the day off. Interceptor's wish. World resetting. This is fucking lore drop. Since our objective has changed, Damien has taken the data drive of Juan's mother supplied us with. It is accounted for 3 keys handed down from Numair to her 3 disciples, Vivian, Hazuki, and Andrew. Using them, we'll be able to access more of the Atleast contacts. Not only that, but we can force Adris to awaken. We want to destroy Team Zen and come out unscathed. This is what we've all decided is the best course of action. All 3 keys have been located by Nancy and their coordinates have been received. And by the end of the month when our training is done, we're all going to go our separate ways and hunt down these keys. But for now, we continue. This must be where the separate routes take into account. Because on the game's download page, it says that by the end of the... Throw me into a battle. Okay, done. A rematch, Noah and Axor. Who's going to win, you or I? You're not even gonna Mega Evolve? Fuck you. And Poussant! Wow, you're really good at battling. It's not that hard. Just go for the weakness and you usually just win. Anyway, I need to take becoming stronger seriously now too. Not that we've learned that I have this super annoying power. Just have to make sure I'm prepared to fight. Speaking of which, I wonder if this power we use is useful for combat. I consider that, and I've actually been supervising Alice and Alan's training specifically for this reason. For Alan, he can move extremely fast. Alice can use her power to create illusions. Me, the best I can do, honestly, is conjure up barriers. Take a look at this. Boosha! Defense is my best offense. Saying that metaphorically and call it a day. What about you? Have you tried conjuring up something? No. This is that for some reason it's harder for me to manifest anything. When I try something, it just becomes so exhausted, and when I don't, it's sort of hard to stop myself. So, defense, speed, I'm guessing evasiveness and accuracy. So would you be attacking power? So I just haven't. I've seen Alan and Alice almost some things without any issue. I wonder why it's harder for you specifically. I don't know, but it's concerning. I don't know what to make of it. I can't have myself passing out for days at a time anymore. I'll hold everyone back. I think there's something wrong with me. I'm sure you'll get the hang of it eventually. Maybe it has something to do with how these powers awakened in the first place. For the rest of us, it was when we got caught up in the explosion back at the Grand Dream Ball. For me, it was when I was blasted off the side of the Black Sea Castle. All of our instances of all of us getting hurt. No, more than that. It's when we were brought to the brink of death. Perhaps even further than that. We could have died and these powers worked like some sort of backup generator. I need a nap. And I need to take a break because there's too much lore drop. Day 23. Access High University, we've never actually been there.
Oh, so the game is about to start. From whom the bell tolls, perhaps it's already done so. Anju, no Maria, I'll bring you all justice.
Miss Suzuki, examinations are about to begin. Principal Blakery asked me to tell you that he requires you in his offices.
I see. Thank you, dear. Good luck with your exams.
Thank you, ma'am.
For whom the bell tolls. For whom the bell tolls.
It just had nothing to do with us. The final day, graduation. Dearest friends, you have all come very far. Throughout this month-long progress, we've made revelations. We've learned that the soul of Arceus not only dwells divided within the four of you, but within one, too. And thus we have brought together by fate. To thwart the evil of Team Zen and evil that lurks within. Today we recognize your skill, and as such we would like to reward you with this. Yes! Finally! Mega Evolution, Dynamax, Gigantamax, Z-Ring, finally! And I got Mega Swampert on my side! Yes!
Wait, sick! We got our own Mega Ring!
It took a while to find enough stones for all of you, but I've managed. You can all take me later. You've gotten a lot stronger in a matter of weeks. Gotta say, I'm impressed.
Thank you so much. It's going to help us out a lot. Mine is so pretty. It's all lavender and sparkly.
Now that we have these, what do we do?
Before we get to that, there's something that I'd like to announce. Damien and I cannot and will not be at your side at all times. Because of this, we've actually chosen a leader for your group. And through this, we decide that the one who should be your leader is Alita. But me? Congrats, Alita!
No problems here.
You'll do a kick-ass job, don't worry. Alita, if you would step forward. There's more. We actually have two leaders at this time around. Based on Aaron's info and calculations, there are two people here on an equal level. In fact, those people have been integral during the Battle of Elysia. So it's my pleasure to announce that...
Okay, it's us again.
Please step forward, one. Yay, one! Two leaders, huh? That's so weird.
Based on my deductions, Juan and Alita's skills are constantly consistent with each other. Every test you've taken has scored you points, this regardless of whether you passed or failed. Both Juan and Alita finished with the highest, and coincidentally the same exact scores. And since Alita and Juan have been fighting Team Zen the most, it just felt like the right decision. We'll do our best to make sure we're successful in this mission. You're going to do great, Juan.
Heck yeah!
You'll do pretty well. You never disappoint us.
Anyway, now that that's done, we may continue on to our objective.
We were finally able to decode the coordinates of those components. Starting tomorrow, we're splitting up into 3 search parties. That is with the exemption of Alice and Alan. They have their gym duties to attend to.
Yes, we've even picked out a location for our gym. Penn suggests that we take over the abandoned one in all polluted town, and we agree.
Yeah, so we're gonna make our way there and start setting things up. Man, I was just joking, but whatever makes you happy. Are we all settled then? Good. Then everyone's dismissed. As for Juan and Alita, we're going to need to discuss our duties independently. Please meet with us down in the League Administration main office.
Got it.
Now that Juan's here, we can discuss the mission.
Took some time, but we got our coordinates. We also learned the names of each and every key we need. Let's take a look.
The diamond component was located just northwest of Terajima Island. Near Crystalline Town, specifically. This is where Damien, Alexandra, Cannon, and I will head off to. Unfortunately. Unfortunately? The target location is marked over the ocean, so it's possible we'll need to dive and look for it on the sea level. It'll be less convenient, but we'll take a boat to this location for this reason. Also, we need a strong reading in this location. We're taking necessary precautions. Probably, Angie. The Pearl component was located north of Goldenwood Forest. This component will be handled by Ren, Venom, and Melia. This is their home territory, so they may be more familiar with this area. Finally, the platinum component was located in Grand Dream City. It seems to be somewhere inside Axis High University. I'm sectioning this place to Juan and Alita since it's just a school. We actually called Hazuki for a meeting about this and she said she'd meet with them on first. I'd advise making the trip to the apartment on mission day and waiting there until then. And that's basically it. We don't really have much more reference to go off of, so we're just gonna need to do our best to, well, find them. You guys seriously going to search the depths of the ocean for this? If it comes to that, yes. It's more of a thorough search, which is why the bulk of us are heading down there that way. Aw, you guys are going on this privileged adventure and we're just going to school. School could be frivolous. I'm talking from experience, of course. We could make revisions if you'd like. But pass. I'm passing on that one. Then I guess that'll be all for now. Let's rest up. We have long journeys tomorrow. The mission. Welcome to the Pathways. The group will be split up into 3, and as such, 3 routes have been created. Once a route is started, they cannot be interrupted. Continue? Yes.